Hey, hi, hello, good morning. Hi, Beast, hi, Energy. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody's morning? I just realized we don't need music for this because this game has some pretty solid music. We're supposed to be doing some decorating RP this morning, but and by RP I mean we were supposed to be decorating our house in RP. But the server hates me. And she's like, "No, you're gonna be stuck in queue all morning. Get fucked." So instead we're gonna play some Nova Drift. Which if you guys haven't seen Nova Drift before, it's sort of like Asteroid, but like all spaceships. Again, not really what I was planning on doing this morning, but here we are. Give me this. Please capture the game. Please OBS. We do this every time. Okay, good. We're good. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Come back. Thank you. How is everybody's Tuesday going so far? This is all fine for right now. You know, occasionally, and when it does, it's amazing. But especially the past couple of days, Q has been absolutely awful for the server. It took me, like, we want this one. It took me like 4 hours to get in the server last night. Which is an excessively long amount of time. And the fact that I've been waiting 1 hour this morning is way longer than I'm used to. Specifically for a morning. Which is a little frustrating, but it is what it is. We keep working. Eventually we'll get a prio boost, maybe, hopefully. I want this one. Another upgrade. Yeah, this one. Having these little guys means that I don't need to spend so much of my own ammo. They're all doing great. Let's get an upgrade. Oh, what do we want? Deploy an ally. Drones. Magnitude. Field effect radius. Let's up our shields. Velocity, reflexive shields, targeting. There's thrust. Let's go with targeting. I had a lot of upgrades that I wasn't doing anything with, was I? I know I've played Geometry Wars, but I remember literally nothing about it. Let's go ahead and increase hull strength. Hi Zaps! How are you? Another upgrade. Increases projectile velocity, burn damage. The mines in the turret aren't worth Greatly improves projectile targeting. I am sorry that stream is very inconveniently timed for you in terms of your class schedule. It was supposed to start like 2 hours ago, but you know. Things don't happen sometimes. Also, it's not going to be a very long stream today. Because I have to continue working on my house as I've had to do for the past like month, and I'm so done with it and I'm ready for it to be on the market. And I'm tired, guys. I'm real tired. Skirmish. Rust, ally. Let's go with the ally. Okay, wait. Moving out of the way of that. Done. Bet. Selling a house is definitely like infinitely worse than buying a house. Just in case any of you guys were wondering, for when, you know, you get into the housing market. That seems kind of fun. With this one. With our weapon type, like a stacking buff should be beneficial in theory. Honestly, like, I don't even watch TV. Like, it's not about like TV or popular media making things look easy. Like, I knew going into this that selling a house was hard. I didn't necessarily want a house. Like, I'd be fine living in an apartment for the rest of my life. I've talked about this on stream before. I have no issue with somebody else making money off of my rent. It's not actually any sort of savings in the long run. When you factor in the fact that, like, you have to do repairs on your house and shit like that. But I like having a dog, and especially right now I have a dog that is very large and is loud and not conducive to apartment living, which means that a house is necessary. So I'm just doomed to live in a house for forever because I'm always going to have a dog. Slows projectiles, no. The hit to your shield exceeds the threshold, no. Adaptive armor. Sure. Harder hits, grant. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it has any downsides. One thing that I will definitively say, TV and popular media misrepresent is like the difficulty of adopting a dog, and like training a dog that you've adopted and all that. Like, honestly, like, I don't want kids, but after getting my dog specifically, the one that I have right now, I was just like, you know what? Having a child would be fucking easy compared to this. Like, I've taken care of babies. They were a lot less work than my dog. A baby was not going to, like, bite me and leave a giant ass open wound. A baby is not going, well, like, I mean, a baby might scream at me, but it's not going to be in the same way that a dog will. A fucking husky German Shepherd mix. Improves construct hull and assembly speed, improves shield cooldown. I don't care about that. Causes rate of fire to increase. Dealing slight damage to projectile size, weapon damage, and blast radius. Let's maybe do that. I do want this eventually, but not necessarily right now. No, increases burn damage. I don't think I even have that. This is fine. How did we have so many upgrades? Improve shield cooldown, burst fire, homing strike. I did say that I wanted that. Let's your ally dodge. My ally will learn to dodge eventually. I remember this one, and I should have saved up my fucking projectiles. This is fine, this is fine. There's definitely been some upgrades to the game since the last time. Honestly, like, if the dog or cat or pet or whatever is healthy, it's really not that expensive. It's just when something eventually comes up, it's definitely, it can be pricey. That's a thing I've never really had a concern with in terms of, like, owning an animal, though. Like, my last dog, towards the end of his life, there were a lot of vet bills. Like, several $1,000s worth. But, like, we had spent so little on the cost of his care leading up to that, that, like, it was barely even a thing. Like, he was a very healthy dog throughout his entire life. So, like, $100 a year for vaccinations was nothing. It's less than I pay for my own healthcare, so, you know. If I am paying less to keep a living being alive than I am paying to keep myself alive, then, you know, I think it's reasonable. Okay, they definitely did a very big update to this game, because this boss used to be able, you used to just be able to cheese it. I'm just letting my projectiles charge up until it turns over here. Fine, we can take the hits. It's not going to turn over here. We're just gonna sneak in there and blast it. I didn't mean to go right into its laser twice in a row. It's fine. Hey, okay, let's go. I think also, like, right? I think with, like, pets and stuff, where you get your animal from also makes a difference in terms of like how prepared you are to have the pet that you have. Like the place that I adopted my dog from was very, very thorough in like making sure that we understood how much it was going to cost potentially yearly to take care of the dog. But like if you're adopting from a shelter that doesn't do that, or if you're buying from a breeder that doesn't check over that and things like that, like yeah, it can be a very, very large shock to the system. Do I have fucking burn damage? I didn't think I had burn damage. I have electrical damage. It's a shockwave shield. Also, how is Q looking? Ooh, we're 5. We might be in soon. Maybe. Oh my god, no you, Bella. How are you? How's your morning? How's your Tuesday? You know, I ask people how their morning is because it's morning for me, but I also know that I have a ton of people in my community that it is definitely not morning for them because I used to stream. I used to start stream at 5 a.m. Central Time, which meant that I had a lot of European viewers, and it was like afternoon for them. Let's do assemble and deploy mines. Additional projectiles, increases drone haul, boost damage from your next crash. That one seems dumb. That's 12% rate of fire, I'm sure that's fine. Oh, I love barn cats. Give me this one. Noom. How dare you? Boop. What's this? Causes armor stacks to improve regeneration and shield effect power. Interesting. That fires your weapon. Yes, give me that one. Alright, Bella, drive safe. Yo, what up, Hot Rod? I am incredibly tired. That is how I am. The photographer for the house was supposed to come out last Friday. We had to reschedule. They're coming out this Friday now. I'm not ready for them to come out. It's, but here I am streaming because I need something to give my brain and body and everything a break. Deal 15% damage, is blast damage. Sure, let's go. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Selling a house really sucks. Story of my life right now. I mean, to a point, but also like I feel like there's like obviously I'm open with you guys about the fact that like I'm moving and moving is stressful, and I like sharing that experience with you because it might be helpful to somebody who like doesn't own a house yet to know that owning a house really sucks. But I think that it's important for streamers in general to have some level of separation from their chat. Parasocial relationships are a thing, and they're a big issue. I have personally had stalkers because of my presence in the content creation space. So I definitely keep a lot of things to myself. I don't fully vent to chat because, you know, I just don't. Greatly increased blast radius. Do that. Like, anything that I talk about to chat is stuff that I feel might be beneficial for chat to hear. But, like, I have friends and family and everything. Like, I need to vent. Morning, Jess! Yeah, this was even before, like, I streamed. This was when I was on YouTube. I didn't even use my actual name when I was on YouTube, but I had mentioned an event that I was working with, and just from that, somebody was able to find like who I was, my actual name, where I lived. It was all a lot. Which is why, like, the other day when we were role-playing and Greg almost called me by my actual name, I said that it was the forbidden name, because, like, when somebody can pull that much info, just from, like, super basic information, even just having a first name, can really fuck you over. Yeah, it's not fun. Like, luckily it wasn't, that situation in particular with me wasn't anything that, I wasn't ever in danger. Like, they figured out where I was, but it was more so somebody not understanding, like, social cues. It wasn't somebody, like, specifically trying to, like, find me to, like, hurt me or anything like that, because, like, that's absolutely a thing that so many people face. There wasn't, like, malicious intent there. They weren't going to, like, cross over a line, probably. But it's a thing that I bring up a lot when people start streaming. One of the very first things that you should do when you start streaming, especially if you are a female content creator, like, not even just streaming, if you start doing YouTube, if you start doing anything online, if you are a female content creator especially, go make friends with your local PD. Nearly every police department, yeah, it was somebody that really overstepped boundaries. It was somebody that was like, oh, you're in the public space, you're sharing this information, so obviously it's okay for me to get more information, sort of thing. Which, obviously, not okay. But yeah, make friends with your local PD. Nearly every police department has a cybersecurity division these days. They specifically exist for situations where you have creeps overstepping the line, you have people that just don't understand overstepping the line. Yeah. Like, also along those lines, like, I mean, it's absolutely a thing for male streamers too. It's a thing for even just like people in the gaming space. A friend of mine in high school, his younger brother got swatted because he was playing fucking COD with some people who thought it was funny. You know, like, it's absolutely not just an issue for female streamers. It's just that female streamers in general have more of a difficult time with it. And I think, hold on, let me check you. Oh, we are in. So, I have to just, okay. We're gonna go until we die, which I assume is going to be quick. Give me something. Sure, give me this. Give me that. Give me that. We're loading into the server right now, so do that. Yeah, which is why I say, like, if you can just get ahead of it and just contact PD to begin with, that's going to be the easiest way, because then you don't have to deal with, like, that first instance where, you know, the cops are all of a sudden at your front door. Okay, we died. Perfect. Great. Yeah, the swatting is definitely more female streamers, or more male streamers. But like general people not understanding boundaries happens a lot with female streamers. Also, hello, good morning, Rorik. We're gonna exit this and go to GTA. Bam. Fun. House. I need to change my title. We're just having some casual Tuesday morning conversation about stalkers and stuff, you know. No big. You do. I mean, okay. So when we're talking about a streamer as large as Amaranth, right? It's a very different situation. The entire like there is a very different set of rules for... Right, yeah, it's a very different set of rules for when you're in the thousands in terms of viewers. You are going to get fucked over a lot more often and in very different ways. Also, why... Hello, Nova Drift, I told you to exit. We're gonna turn this on in the background, and then we're gonna do some decorating. We're gonna change out of this dress, because nobody decorates in a dress. And heels. It's just, it's not a thing. Right, exactly. You are under a microscope. And that's just how that goes. We're gonna change into this. Okay, I don't know where I want to start. I'm physically decorating. You will see in just a moment once I decide where I want to start decorating. I'm tempted to start in the bedroom. Hi, Ivy! We're not even wearing shoes. You should wear shoes when you're decorating. It is very dangerous to have bare feet when you are decorating a house. Just genuinely speaking from experience. It bothers me that, like, I wish when they redid the interiors on some of these, because they changed around a bunch of stuff. Like, the stove is new, these cabinets are new. They changed a lot, but I wish that they just gave us a blank canvas to work with. Like, I hate that there's now a plant here. There didn't used to be a plant in this interior. Also, why are we so injured? What is this? I mean, I would never wear steel-toed shoes while moving furniture in my own house. Open furniture. Okay. So, I have an idea of what I want to do here. Lewis Carver, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. But also, like, going back to our conversation that we were having right before this, it's so weird seeing names that, like, I haven't seen in forever because I haven't been on the server this early in the morning. Like, also, just... No, his name is Rory now. It's fine. Like, also, just keep in mind that, like... Yes, streamers appreciate you being around. And are eternally grateful for your presence in their streams and your support and all of that. But unless, like, they're genuinely someone that you talk to, like, outside of streams, streamers are not your friends. If you ask them to hang out, they are almost 100% going to turn you down. Because we have a duty to ourselves to protect ourselves. And when people continuously have difficulties understanding boundaries, it means that we have to assume that every single person doesn't understand those boundaries. I feel like I hate this wood floor, but I might want to use it somewhere. Good, because I definitely don't want to hang out with you. Who are you? I have never met you before in my life. That's also a thing. Like, if you see a VIP in a streamer's chat, honestly, like, I would just tell every streamer, do not even take the chance to meet a fan. Unless you're doing it at, like, an event and it's, like, a big fan meet. Like, we've seen too many content creators get injured and in some instances end up dead because they met fans. So I am big on the just don't do it, you know? If that person doesn't stick around because you didn't want to go meet up with them, that is not the type of person that you needed in your community anyways, because if they didn't cause issues with you, they were going to end up causing issues with somebody else in the community. But as I was saying, if you see a VIP in a streamer's chat and like they're talking about hanging out and stuff, remember that that person is probably somebody that the streamer actually knows. Like, I have known Rorik for, oh god, 13 years now? Ew. Ew. Ew, we're no longer friends. It's gross. Friendship over. It's been too long. Like, this doesn't look good either. Like, I want to redo the floors and the walls in here. I just... Yeah, no, we can't be friends anymore. There's something specifically that I am looking for. This might go in the kitchen. Oh god. Oh god. Is it 14? It's weird to me that, like, I started college 15 years ago, so the fact that, like, yeah, I guess you did start in my second year. And then I abandoned everyone the year after that. Wait, did you start? Were you there my freshman year? Okay, so then then it's been 15 years. That means that we started at the same time. Hi, Sprouty, how are you? I'm thinking this for the kitchen. I am incredibly old. I mean, like, I'm old, but Rorik is honestly, like, the Crypt Keeper. But then I'm gonna have to redo this archway unless I just, like, cut off the fucking backsplash over there, and I'm gonna have to run the backsplash down the wall there. Ugh. Welcome to decorating, where I make a decision 5 times before I actually make the decision. No, I like this. This is gonna be... The Crypt Keeper. Do you not know about the Crypt Keeper? Am I that old? Okay, give me another one of these. Pitch, we're gonna go one. I was muted. Thank you, Rorik. I've been talking this entire time. I've said a lot of things to you guys. I was talking about how like this decorating system is a lot better than it used to be, but is still kind of glitchy, and then I had lost where the wall went because of the aforementioned glitchiness. No, no, stop it. Behave, please, wall. See, and this is why it's a problem that we can't remove items that are already in the house. I definitely called you guys stinky. So just a pro tip with me, I am never just vibing. I mean, sometimes I'm just vibing, but in general, like, if there are people talking in chat, I am going to continue to talk to you. I try and maintain a steady flow of conversation throughout the whole stream. I talk a lot, yeah. Fuck. It's really frustrating. Hold on, I want to try something that may or may not work. I don't even know if they have this pot. Why? Why? Stop it. I am jealous of your barbacoa. Hello? Where the fuck am I? Hello? This is not my house! Help! Help! Life alert! My house up there? No? 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 Okay. Alright. This is fine. This is fine. This is my house. Is this my house? This is not my house. This is my house next door over here. Sometimes glitches happen. And, you know, you fall through the world. And, yeah. Game is a little bit glitchy. Alright, that wall just disappeared. Cool. Super. Gotta love it. I know how I can fix that. Okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I know how I can get the wall that I want in here. Also, what time is it? I need to make sure that I have saved everything before reset happens. Okay, did that wall just go somewhere else? I think that wall is maybe... Oh, nope, the wall just plopped itself over here. It's gonna go away for right now. Actually, I didn't need to do that because I needed that wall, but it's fine. Give me walls and floors. Give me whatever the fuck I was just using. I don't know what it was. It was something. Anybody remember what that wall was? Hi, Bananamus! It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Is this one? Okay. And then I'd place that. We want it at -90. Oh! Oh! Hold on. Wait. I just remembered that I can... Oh, this is going to be so much easier. Hold on. Did I lock the house? I don't know if I did. I don't know which axis this is on. Negative 596. Wait, okay, cool. Negative 595.8. That's too much. 0.7 too little. 0.79. 792. 793. Haha! Fuck you! Figured it out. Okay, I do want to move this over slightly so that those... I swear to fucking God. Swear to God. You weren't supposed to pull forward. You were just supposed to fucking... You're supposed to just do the thing. 096, 095, 094, 793, 792. Nope, 792 is too much. 93. Okay. Alright, get some rest, Jess. Save. Okay, did that actually place properly? It cuts into the pot a little bit, but it's not enough that, like... It's not enough that I care. Take car. Take all the cars. Okay. I want to place that wall. I want to fill out that entire space, and then we're going to do those walls too. Words are very hard. I don't believe in words. Also, I want to favorite this so that if I need to come back to it, I can. You know what? This is fine. TwitchCon is back. TwitchCon is back, and that is at a time that I was thinking about being in California anyways, so it's sort of really convenient. I also need... Is it you, Ivy? Are you not going? I needed to make sure. Yeah, the UK has some big ones. Germany has some big ones. I mean, you have to consider accessibility, right? Like, I know you're in Canada's energy, and with how spread out the populace is in Canada, it's not necessarily, like, for anybody who doesn't know, I did event planning and convention coordination, for, like, 7 or 8 years. Toronto does have some big cons. Like anywhere that there's a large city center, you're going to have conventions. Because that's the thing, is that organizers aren't going to plan events that people aren't going to come to. They're going to plan events in the spaces that are easiest to access. In the States, we have a lot of large city centers. We have very accessible city centers. We have people that are more willing to travel. Like, if you live like near Chicago, for example, as an event planner, I would have been comfortable planning an event anywhere like 2 hours outside of the city, because people from Chicago are used to sitting in their car for long periods of time. That travel time isn't going to be as big of a deal to them. But if I were planning in like LA, for example, I'm not going to plan something outside of the city, because even though people are spending a lot of time in their cars, it's not because they're actively moving when they're traveling, right? Like in Chicago, you get caught in traffic sometimes, but even on like a day that there's not traffic, it's going to take you like half an hour to get downtown. In LA, it's going to take you hours to get anywhere at any point. So it's definitely, there's considerations like that. Right, exactly, Bananas. The States is far from a third world country. And right, like that's the big joke, is like, oh, where are you going? Oh, it's an hour away? Yeah, no, it could be literally anywhere in northern Illinois. Whereas like I'm living in Milwaukee right now, and it takes me like 10 minutes to get anywhere. I'm on like the outside of the city, and it takes me 10 minutes to get downtown, and just like, what the fuck is this? This is weird. Hi, Flo, how are you? Milwaukee is 100% a suburb of Chicago, yeah. Okay, do we think the x-axis is our horizontal axis? Nope. Definitely not. But that's fine. I can use this still. 0.2? Nope. Uh, 0.35. No. I don't know how most Americans, you know, are in Milwaukee, because I'm fucking getting out of Milwaukee as soon as I can. Like, literally, by next month, I should be back in Chicago. Milwaukee is itty bitty. I don't know anybody in Milwaukee, and I've lived here for 3 years. What is happening here? Hold on. Hello? 0.399? 0.38? That's good. Yeah, but like, I feel like with Northern Illinois, you still have a fair number of like, small city center type things when you get outside of the greater Milwaukee area or the greater Chicago area. But with Milwaukee, like the second you're out of Milwaukee, there's nothing until you're in Madison. is all farm. Like, even, like, Pewaukee is maybe sort of large-ish Pewaukee Waukesha area, but it's still, it's all small. It's small. Okay. Do I want to change the walls entirely in the kitchen? Like, obviously not tile all of... I don't think I can. I don't... Like, now that I'm placing this tile, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it against all of the... white. I really, really, really wish that houses were just a blank space. And, like, the cheaper houses are... but I wish that, like, these houses had literally nothing in them. Like, I wish that the kitchen was just an empty space that I could build up. Give me a new wall. And at 180. Plop it in here. Congrats on being home. New housing being built in traffic is getting much worse. Yeah, that happens. I don't know. Like, I've always kind of liked the idea of living in, like, a sort of semi-rural area. This is not what I wanted, is it? No, it's not. Maybe it is. Are you moving up and down? What is my Z-axis doing here? Yes, my Z-axis is moving up and down. Let's try 4. Try, was 5 the closest I can get? No, 5 wasn't even close. What am I doing? That's probably closest I can get. And then we're gonna just scooch her back. Just the tiniest bit. That is not back, that is the opposite direction. 7, nope. 0.6, nope. Actually 0.67, maybe? 0.6, oh no, that's actually the opposite direction. I'm dumb. 5 was too much, right? Yeah, so 4, 8. No, 4, 6. Why is that the wrong way? Why do I not understand numbers? 3, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 7. No, we want to go lower, not higher. Really? Okay, 3, 9. This wall is on a fucking angle! None of you were here for my old decorating streams. The most frustrating part of decorating in GTA is that a lot of walls are just straight up on an angle. Where are we? I'm gonna make sure that we touch the ceiling. Yes, okay. Cool. I don't think I like it. I kind of like it over there. I don't think I like it over here. Let's finish this out. And we'll see where we're at. $180. People do understand numbers. I generally understand numbers. Like, Melony used to be an accountant. That was what the character did. My entire RP was just numbers. The number RP. Okay, then we need another one here. Whoop. Okay, and this one is going to be a problem. Also, I need to cover up that fucking window with something. There is a decorating company, which is part of why we're decorating right now. Because we're going to be probably maybe putting an application in with them. I say probably maybe because I'm still trying to decide what I'm doing with Mel. Like obviously we need to make money, right? Which is the thing. And the decorating job would be a quick way to make money because it's about like 80 grand per house decorated in general. 70 to 80. That's how we made money towards the end of 2.0. But also it's incredibly tedious and I end up burning out really bad when I do it. So if I can avoid the burnout, I would like to do that. 1.5, 1.7, 1.9. Burnout is definitely no good. 6. That's pretty solid. Yeah, probably. I mean, so the thing is too, right? Like I have no issues with Mel doing illegal activity. She used to like call hits on people for her pimp. If they stepped out of line, like she's not clean. But it really depends on what route I take with her. Because obviously, like, if we go the lawyer route, she's going to have to stay relatively clean. No. Mel was beyond fucked before she met C. Mel was... So, okay. Before Mel and C met, Mel was addicted to Oxy. She was working at a strip club. She was her pimp's #1 hoe. God damn it, I'm never gonna find the proper placement for this again. Because that's sitting just behind that, I think. You can tell out here. You know what, that's close enough. Nobody's actually gonna ever notice that. Her ex-boyfriend was in a gang and she regularly like rolled around with him when he was like selling weed and coke and shit. Her first job in the server, well, it wasn't exactly her first job, but like one of the first jobs that she had was specifically like info gathering on people, and she sold that info to someone. And that's how I made money. She used to do drop-offs for drugs and guns. Mel was not clean. She is cleaner now that she and C are together than she was prior to them meeting. So never make the mistake to think that C is any sort of bad influence on Mel. If anything, he has improved her life. There's a reason that they are together even though he's an asshole. I mean, C wasn't either. They, like, okay. So, part of what I love about Mel and C's relationship is that they are two fucked up people who found each other and, like, actually genuinely improved each other's lives. Like, there is genuine story there. There was so much character development. Right. They were what the other, like, each of them was what the other one needed. I'm so angry. So angry. So angry. Why do you have to be like this? Why can't you just not be a giant fucking piece of shit? You know what? I can maybe make this work. Maybe. I have an idea. We're gonna get there, it's gonna come together, you guys will see. Except that it's not going to come together. I just realized that there's a problem with my plan. The problem is this area. But yeah, like, I know that a lot of people in the server don't get Melon C, and a lot of people, like, viewers don't get Melon C. But I promise that they make sense. And that C is not just an abusive asshole. No, not 3, 2. I don't know where this is moving this. Everything is going exactly according to plan. We want lower. 4. 3. 2. 1. 1 9. Now, that's not what I want. I want roll, not pitch. Other way. I don't want roll. I want yaw. Other direction. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. That's not really blendable. We're gonna fucking try though. Basically. Because, like, I can have these overlap right along the bottom here, but if I overlap them, we're going to get flickering. And flickering is a no-go. Wait. I'm being dumb. I'm being so dumb. Hold on. I'm being the dumbest. I'm being a big old dummy dum dum dum. Hold on. Y'all ever just, like, make your life harder than it needs to be and then realize that you're doing that and all of a sudden life just, you know, it's life. Also, I need to move all of these wall pieces back a bit so that they're not cutting into those knives on the wall. Because we do that, right? And then we'll be able to fix the flickering in a second. I want to move this wall though while I'm here. Give me the wall, give me the wall, give me the wall. Please. Give wall. Okay, there we go. Now, we need to move this back just enough to uncover this knife rack, which I believe is our x-axis. Interesting. Emma's doing this freelance. 6, 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. I'm glad that I can make it easy for you, because sometimes it is not even easy for me. 0.05? No, that's not it. Wait. 205. There we go. And that should be a negligible enough of a difference. I don't know if the words I just said made sense. They just started coming out of my mouth. That should be a small enough difference that I don't need to make an adjustment to that guy. Okay, but now I need to grab this middle one. That I think is the middle one, yes. And then we're going to scooch it over till it's not overlapping there. Okay, that's probably good. And then I need to grab this guy on the end. And it also gets scooched. Do we even need this? We don't need this anymore. Goodbye. You're dead to me. Okay. That should be good. We shouldn't have any flickering. Right? Yeah, no flickering. I need to fix that window. I know that there's an item. What is this? Oh, it's painting. Okay. Well, not what I want for now. There's an item that I want that is going to work for the door. What is a face beanbag? That just looks like a regular beanbag. Added wall, that's definitely going up in the bedroom. Ram skull. We've got our whips, which will also probably end up in the bedroom. Fashion mag, magazines, yoga mat. I'm glad that these still exist because I'm probably going to do something with them. Poof. Magazine rack, toolbox, bronze vase. These are all the items that we used to have. So this isn't anything new, which is fine. We don't want anything in medical. Cash register for your house. I also... Wait. I need this to be bringing these up in a location that I can actually see things. Yeah, whoops, in the bedroom. Listen, safe BDSM is a perfectly healthy practice. Oh my god, if I were at the apartments, I would have room 69! Which part are you questioning, Zaps? Okay, I really need things to stop spawning in the floor. Like, I would like to be able to see what I'm trying to... Okay, those are books, camera, first aid, hero, magazine. Listen, you can discuss healthy sexual practices without being horny. I think it's important to be open about, like, talking about sex, you know? That's not bad pull at. I am sex positive. Don't start with me. There's a video. From it's a talk with Dan Savage, who specifically, he's a speaker on like sex positivity and stuff, and during this talk he talks about this one time that he was doing a talk at a college, and afterwards this kid approaches him and it's just like, hey, like, I have this kink that I'm really, really ashamed of, and, like, I want to bring it up to my girlfriend, but, like, I don't know how to. I feel like she's just going to think I'm a disgusting human being. Like, what do I do? And, like, he was assuming that it was some, like, a big terrible, like, he liked being shit on or like pissed on or whatever else, and he was just like, okay, well, what's the kink we need to know before I can help you. And the dude was just like, I just want cake shoved in my face. Like, I just want a face full of cake, like actual, like, just birthday cake, you know. And he was just like, that's honestly, that's incredibly tame, and you're like a perfect specimen of a man. Like, if she's not willing to, like, no, not ass, he meant actual cake. And he was just like, if she's not willing to, like, shove a cake in your face, then she's dumb. And he was just like, you really think so? And Dan Savage was just like, I mean, yeah, like, yeah. And the kid's just like, would you shove a cake in my face? And he didn't know what to do. And he was just like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess. And the kid was just like, okay, I'm gonna go get a cake, I'll be right back. And this kid goes, gets a cake, and like goes up. They had like an on-campus. I don't know if any of the rest of you who've like gone to college had like an on-campus hotel. My campus had it. It wasn't exactly a hotel. It was just like a guest house. But they went up to his room in this like on-campus hotel guest house thing, and they go into the bathroom because, you know, easy cleanup. And Dan shoves the cake in this guy's face. Well, like, he's just, you know, taking care of himself. And, you know, the guy had the best time he could have. But, like, the moral of the story and what I was getting to, rather than talking about like this dude and his cake fetish, is that like that's honestly a thing that there's literally no reason for somebody to be ashamed of. Like, it's cake. Is it a little weird? Sure. But like, it's not a big fucking deal. But like, we sit here and demonize fetishes and things that are outside of the like standard missionary style fucking Christian norm of what we think of like fucking sex, right? And I think that's dumb. I think that we do a disservice to ourselves. We do a disservice to the people that are around us by not just being like, hey, sex is a thing. Kinks are a thing. Like, just fucking talk about it. I mean, I feel like of any cake, red velvet is honestly like the sexiest cake, right? Like, can we all agree on that? Also, I can't find the thing that I'm looking for, and I really would like to. Piece of art that I can't even see. Stop putting things so far away from me. I want to be able to see what I'm pulling out. Maybe in here? Like, obviously there's a time and a place for like different discussions, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and go into like my personal like sex life and whatever, and there's a certain boundary in terms of like professionalism, in terms of like Twitch, on like what I'm going to allow to be said in like a chat, right? As those of you who have been around when I've dealt with things in Greg's stream know. I think we're gonna put this on this table. That's sort of mostly centered. Twitch is only the Wild West because people let it be the Wild West. Really like that plant. The rug. Scent sticks, tray, base. I know decorating is so exciting, guys. You know, I know this is what all of you were hoping for today. Oh my god, there's so many new beds. Fuck. I feel like I need to just, like, spend a day off stream going through the catalog and figuring out what all I have. Because there's a lot of new items that I haven't gotten to play around with yet. And, like, the fact that there's lights that actually produce light is really nice. That's Fair's energy. Well, I'm glad that you guys are into super chill decorating stream. Because there's... That's fine. I'm not even gonna bother going to see what that was. Oh, police car. Okay, we've got so many new sofas. It's also almost reset, which is probably why that was happening. Which one was that? That was unsorted 1. Sofas. Yeah, go ahead, Bananamus. No, that was a gunshot. Oh my god, there's so many things. Coffee, tables, table, bar stool, bed. Hi, Flying, I hope that the job is good, I miss you. I have genuinely done that before. When I first moved into this house, I made a scale model of the house in The Sims to figure out what furniture I needed to buy to decorate. What's that? Why did I just hear a noise? I like this couch. Okay, flags. More flags. Oh, that's just... Is this just lighting? What is this? Hold on. What are you? JC! Thank you for that 21 months. I hope that work isn't the absolute worst thing ever. I don't know what I just placed. I don't even know if I placed it. What? Oh god. Oh god, I found it. I figured out what I placed. I don't know what it is. But it's definitely breaking something. Help. 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 What is this? What is this? What is this? Why does it exist? Okay, alright, okay. Alright. That's fine. Listen, I'm just glad that we haven't had to, like, log out and back in yet. What the fuck? That must have been in the music, I think. Probably, maybe. Because with the old decorating system, we would have had to hard log, like, 4 times already. It was the absolute fucking worst. Okay, I can't see what I'm pulling out. Just let me see what I'm pulling out, you fucks. Okay, beer fridge, bar fridge, battle barrier, CCTV. I wish that I could place things outside. Swear to God. You stop what you're doing. Don't be like Yoshi. Fan, handbag. I'm literally just looking for one fucking thing. Because once reset happens, we're done for the day because I need to go finish working on my own house. My real life house. Oh my god, I think I know what I'm doing with the living room. I am like 90% sure I know what I'm doing with the living room. Yoshi isn't even Southern, he's from Missouri. Okay, arcade machines. Casino chairs, bags. Stop closing, you son of a bitch! I have a lot of sanding to do today. I have to sand and then I have to paint. Can't see what any of these things are. The ceiling lamp, apparently. Ooh, laundry. Oh. I'm gonna turn this hallway into a utility closet. This hallway here that has no purpose. We can't even see the hallway because I just keep going through walls. This is gonna be a utility closet. That's where the fucking washer and dryer is gonna go. Trophies. Laundry shelving. I will be Sandy, you're right. I swear to God. Get off your goddamn phone. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do is one of these nights, I'm gonna sit here off stream and I'm gonna go through every single item. And I'm gonna favorite the ones that I want to use in the house. So that we can just, like, get it done. Ornate lamp. What does this look like? Oh, that's pretty. It's a lot of stuff. And that's the problem, is that, like, once I'm familiar with everything that we have, it's not going to be an issue. But, like, trying to actually, you know what would be smart? What would be smart would be putting down a lamp so that I could actually see. Give me, sure, this guy works. Put it, like, right over here-ish. We'll put it on the stair. I'm pretty sure that C isn't waking up today, so it's not going to be weird that there's a lamp on the stair. It's fine. Okay, now we can actually kind of sort of see what we're pulling out, except that it's clipping into the wall. Well, I'm trying to start with lighting first, but the lighting thing that I want to use, I can't find. And I don't want to just put a bunch of random fucking lamps around the house. I can't even see if I'm pulling anything out anymore. Okay, pink cans. Look at that. Pizza, armchair, clavel, bag of garbage. Yeah, okay. We didn't get very much done in today's decorating stream. It's definitely reset based on those shots. Ooh, no. I need to save this. I need to save this. Because we did do a few things. Save. Please save before reset happens. Okay, good. So we'll probably come back to this another morning. I still haven't decided if we're gonna stick with the backsplash on the walls in the kitchen. I kind of want to figure out... I don't want to redo all of the cabinets, but I kind of want to redo all of the cabinets. Yeah, there's not really any sort of categorization to anything, which is the worst. So, yeah, I hate that I can't get rid of these giant, stupid fucking candles, so we're gonna just wall all of this off probably and start fresh. Oh, and reset. So, with that, we're gonna call it for today. I know it was a short one. Yeah, no, it's decorating is the worst when you are a very picky person like I am. But we're gonna wrap up for today. Yeah, I don't know when we'll be doing this again. Because like I said, I have a photographer coming out Friday for my house, so I need to be focused on my IRL house. But with the photographer coming out Friday, that means that I'll more or less be done with my house. So maybe Saturday morning we'll do some decorating or something. We'll figure it out. But either way, I love you guys. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. If you aren't already following the Twitter, follow that. If you aren't already in the Discord, go join that. I post when I'm going live there, since I don't have a schedule right now, maybe one day. But with that said, you're all lovely. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Have an amazing rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you guys when I see you. Okay, goodbye!